Coming up, we have several Pulse of the Planet programs on Robert Thurman, who's a renowned Buddhist scholar who recently passed away. So it'll be, in a way, a tribute to Robert. He was, among other things, a friend of and a translator for the Dalai Lama. But he was also a very good friend of my brother's, and for a time me as well. My first memory of Robert was back in the 60s, up near Woodstock, where he lived. And in those days, he looked more like the quintessential hippie than an ordained Buddhist monk. He wore a full buckskin suit, buckskin pants, buckskin jacket, with pockets, replete with pockets in which he had all sorts of stuff. That was my first memory of him, and spending time with him at his house and his beautiful family with the children. And Uma, his daughter, was one of the kids. And the second memory I have of Robert then was in the 70s, when he was at Amherst teaching, of course, I think on Buddhism. I audited the class, and what struck me was, well, Robert was a brilliant teacher. That's the long and the short of it. He had a mind like a steel trap, and he taught the class off book and fielded any question about anything fearlessly. He knew the material that well. Also during that time, he came to me one day and asked if I would be able or interested in coming up with a song about Milarepa, actually to take one of Milarepa's songs. Milarepa is one of the great Tibetan saints. And there are, I think, the 1,001 songs of Milarepa, to take one of them and put it to music. So I did. I took one of Milarepa's songs and put it to some music that I had recorded near the Tibetan border in Manang, and brought it to Robert. He really liked it. I don't think the project ever happened, but it was surely fun to work on. Then another memory was of, this would be in the 80s, I think, of when I was doing Sounds of Science, and I was interviewing the abbot of the Gyuto Monastery. This is one of the monasteries where the monks sing multitonal chant, and Mickey Hart of the Grateful Dead had brought them over, and they were performing at St. John the Divine, if I recall correctly. And so I interviewed both Mickey and the abbot, and Robert was the translator for that. The interview appeared in Parabola magazine, and maybe if you like, just let me know in the comments if there's an interest. I could post some of that interview on the Substack. Also, there's a longer interview than the three programs. Programs I'm going to present coming up are short, but there's a long interview, an hour-long interview with him. So let me know in comments if you'd like to hear that. There's one little, I think it's an excerpt from this interview, but I remember it clearly in asking Robert, well, I called him Tinsing, and Tinsing, do you think aliens ever visited the Earth? And he paused for a moment and thought, and he said, yes, absolutely. They came to visit the Earth. There were aliens who came to Earth when there was someone worth listening to, the Buddha. And so when the Buddha was sitting down under the Bodhi tree, then, yeah, the aliens came and hung out. So there you have a taste of Robert Thurman. And let me know in comments of your wishes about the longer interviews and so forth, and we'll bring more soon. Thank you.